Have you ever wondered what really makes smart people smart? Well, it's probably not what you think. Today, we're going to break down a really simple but powerful idea: how to start thinking like the smartest people in the room.
What if I told you that being truly smart has almost nothing to do with having a perfect memory or, knowing a million random facts? It's a completely different skill set.
The common myth is that our brain is like a big bucket, right? And intelligence is just about filling that bucket with more stuff, more information, more answers. The person with the fullest bucket wins. It's a tempting idea, but it's just not true.
That's not what really sets them apart. It isn't about being so clever you avoid all of life's problems. It's about having a better way to navigate through them when they happen.
The real game changer is the process. It's how they think. It's about how they handle problems, the way they approach disagreements, and how they manage their own mind when things start to get stressful. And you want to know the best part? It's a skill, and any skill can be learned. So, let's dive into the first habit. This one will completely change how you interact with people, especially when you just don't see eye to eye. Okay, think about this. For most of us, when a disagreement comes up, our gut instinct is to go into battle mode, to win, to prove the other person is wrong. But smart thinkers, they see that exact same moment as a chance to learn something. They flip a switch from combat mode to curiosity mode. This one phrase is basically a superpower. Instead of jumping in with, "You're wrong," you're saying, "Show me your perspective." It's not a confrontation, it's an invitation. And it totally disarms the entire situation. And this is the whole key right here. The moment you stop trying to win the argument, you create this open space for a real conversation to happen. You can't force someone to agree with you, but you can build an environment where maybe, just maybe, you discover better answers together. Let's move on to our second habit. This one is all about perspective, how you see the setbacks that, let's be honest, happen to every single one of us. Oh, this is such a common trap. We experience one negative thing. We fail a test, we mess up a presentation, and we immediately make it about us. We think, "I must be an idiot." We get so zoomed in on that one failure that it's all we can see. Here's where the shift happens. Instead of making it personal, smart thinkers make it analytical. They zoom out and look for the system behind the problem. Was it my preparation? Did I not get enough sleep? It stops being about, "I'm a failure," and starts being about, "The process I used was flawed." And that little reframe makes all the difference. A personal failure feels emotional, and it paralyzes you. But a puzzle? Well, a puzzle is an impersonal challenge. It just invites you to find a solution. You don't panic over a puzzle, you strategize. And puzzles? Well, they can be solved. All right, habit number 3. This is a total game changer for managing your stress and taking back your mental energy for the things that actually matter. Look at this. This is where so much of our time and energy just goes to die. We worry about what other people think. We worry about what might happen next week. We worry about the weather, all things we have absolutely zero influence over, but they take up all the space in our heads. Smart thinkers use this one simple question as a filter for everything. Before they let something occupy their mind, they just ask, "Is there anything I can actually do about this?" It's like a gatekeeper for their attention. It's such a beautifully simple system. If the answer is no, they consciously decide to let it go. It's not worth the energy. But if the answer is yes, they stop worrying and they start doing. Can't control the rain? Okay, grab an umbrella. This simple shift frees up a huge amount of energy for productive action. So our final 2 habits are so connected that we're going to look at them together. They're both about harnessing the incredible power of doing, well, nothing. It's the power of the pause. We've all been there, right? That awkward silence in a conversation where you feel like you have to rush in and fill it with anything. Or when someone says something that pushes your buttons and you just snap back instantly. That's being reactive, not strategic. Smart people, on the other hand, get comfortable with that quiet. They use that space. They pause before they speak, which automatically makes their words seem more thoughtful. And when something bothers them, they take a breath. That tiny gap between the trigger and the response, that's where they choose wisdom over just raw emotion. And make no mistake, that pause is power. The person who can stay calm while everyone else is getting emotional, the one who thinks while everyone else reacts, that is the person who is really in control.
not just of the situation, but of themselves. So, we have covered 5 really powerful habits, but just knowing them isn't enough. The real key is putting them into practice. So, where do you start? So, here's the full toolkit for smarter thinking. Now, seeing them all laid out like this can feel a little overwhelming, and trying to master all of them at once is pretty much a recipe for failure. And that brings us to the most important part. Don't try to master all 5 habits this week. Just pick one. That's it. One single habit to focus on. So, what's it going to be? Are you going to practice asking "help me understand" in your next disagreement? Maybe you'll try to zoom out the next time you feel like you failed. Just pick your one thing. That's not just a smart first step. It's how real lasting change actually begins. One thought at a time.